You're listening to Haze Radio Network, Cannabis Lifestyle Radio. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Haze Radio Spotlight. Chilling with JRO.
I want my name on a big banner.
Yeah.
Word to my nana.
Got the playlist going.
It's my man Master Ace, man. One of the dopest, coolest guys in the industry.
Shout out.
Hip hop. Brooklyn represent.
Nice.
He let me play on his flag football team once.
Really?
Yeah, we were out in New Jersey.
How old are you?
Oh man, I was about 27, 28.
Going in the Wayback Machine, right?
Yeah. So back we were touring and all that. He was like, "You want to come play on my flag team?" I ran a kickback.
That's great.
Not all the way, but almost.
That's great.
It's a little like Devin Hester, you know. Not quite.
That's
but yeah,
cool.
man, King T, you know, Ace was out here recording some stuff for his Disposable Arts album. This is actually from a very classic album.
Okay.
Because it had a storyline that went from beginning to end.
And what was the main premise of the storyline?
It was just an ill story, man. It was just like he was going through all these situations, and it was basically about music, you know, a life of a musician.
The life of a musician.
And he put out a documentary about it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. So check that out.
What is that called?
Disposable Arts.
Disposable Arts.
Documentary, Master Ace.
And where would you get it? YouTube or what?
Probably.
On the tube?
It should be.
On the tube? Find it on the tube.
Find it. Google it.
Find it. Google it.
Yeah, man. King T. So yeah, that was fun.
And for those millennials who aren't familiar with the Alkaholiks, why don't you break down when you guys came out and everything?
Yeah, the Alkaholiks, man. E Swift, Tash, my name is JRO. It's three of us. Came out first album 1993 on Loud Records. We were the first artists to put Loud on the map. And then Wu-Tang came right after us. Okay,
so now that's interesting.
Yeah.
So have you watched, that you brought this up, was Wu-Tang the first label they were with, actually, or no?
Yes.
So have you watched the Wu-Tang American Saga yet? Or
yeah,
no?
Of course.
All right, so we're getting up to where the one... is that supposed to be RZA who became the Prince or whatever?
Prince Hakeem.
Yeah, Prince Hakeem.
I was bumping that back then.
Really?
Oh, we love you, Hakeem.
No, seriously?
Yeah, man. Right? So when they came, we were already knew who he was. So and the Jizza, we already knew who the Jizza was also because he had a solo.
So explain it to me when the one guy who was the manager, who let him go, because I'm watching the episodes right now because I'm trying to understand it all. Yeah. And he goes back and says, "Hey man, why I got cut? Like I got this whole group, whatever." And he says, "Nah, right? Because I'm working with your cousin, right? Now who's the cousin?
Working with
the guy who launched the Prince Hakeem and then he fucked up. He's
Supreme.
Like the man. Is that his name? The manager?
Oh, that guy. I don't know.
Yeah,
because he didn't stay with him.
He didn't stay with him, right? But who was the cousin he was representing?
Yeah, that's you talking about RZA's brother?
Is that it? Is it RZA's brother or his
sitting
cousin?
on the boat?
Maybe on
talking.
the one that was like sitting on a chair and they were doing his video.
Yeah, I don't know. I never knew of him until that, because he from what I see in the thing, he stepped out early.
And the guy who did the drive-by shooting, Was that Ghostface Killer or who is that?
It was.
I was always trying to remember who
it was Raekwon.
Oh, Raekwon. Okay,
Yeah,
it's Raekwon
at Ghostface's house.
Okay, at Ghostface's house. So that's
Right.
because I'm trying to. Because sometimes I was confused on who is what character and stuff. Because they
Yeah.
never say who it is really yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
What their name is yet or
It's
nothing.
kind of like
you
the
know?
back. They starting with the backstory.
Real, back.
You know,
the
they
full
they
back.
could have went back to that later. You kind of, but they're giving you the whole backstory. I guess I look at TV shows like this, that TV shows that are like that about biographies. It's more for the younger generation to know about this group. First of all, right?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Okay, so
absolutely.
for me, I was there. I wasn't there. I didn't grow up with them.
No, sure.
But I was there when they got signed, and we took them on their first tour.
So let's talk about.
I was there, so I look at it from a certain point of view, but I don't expect.
But now you guys,
my point of view to be on TV.
No. So yeah, I get that. So,
Right?
but you guys already were touring.
Yeah.
Before they came on, you already had fame.
Our album was out.
They were probably even bumping to it.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
So your shit's coming out. All of a sudden, you're in the studio. You're there, and these guys, RZA, at the time it was what? RZA, Ghostface.
Yo, the whole crew.
So let's
the
break down
9 people. There
were 9 people.
Yeah.
And he rounded up 9 people essentially and said, "You're all part of the group."
Right.
And everybody got their name and whatever it is that was the history of it being.
They all grew up together.
So who are the 9? Do you know?
RZA, the Jizza, Inspector Deck, Ghostface Killer, Master Killer.
Okay.
Raekwon the Chef, Old Dirty Bastard. You God, and METHOD, man. That's all 9 right there. Right?
Okay.
So and so you
So
got
9
9
come
cats.
in. Yeah.
So the story that I'm pretty sure they're not going to show is they came up into the office and E Swift was sitting next to Steve Rifkin. They were having a meeting.
And who's Steve Rifkin?
Steve Rifkin is the owner of Loud Records.
Okay.
And the RZA came up there, and all of a sudden, these 9 dudes walked in the room and started.
This is the first time they've ever been together to come as a group. Like he's just coming up with this idea, and are they already signed, or
they already had a tape out on the streets?
On the streets,
they put out their self.
So okay.
They weren't just he didn't just gather some guys and go up to this label. They already had recorded their music. Those first songs you heard, they had already recorded those. So they basically came up into the office and performed the song live and just left. And
you
Steve
guys were
Rifkin
there when it was going on.
Steve Rifkin was like, "What the fuck was that?" E Swift was there. I wasn't there.
Okay.
E Swift was our torpedo. We used to send him into the office.
Okay.
Right. So
was it that he could talk the best? Or
absolutely. Swift is the man.
Is that why he got Swift as the name?
Yeah, that's why his name is Swift. We didn't.
Okay.
We didn't sign a bad deal. We're good to this day. We own our masters, all that. Thank you, E Swift. Eric Brooks, I should say. Anyway, so he's like, "What the fuck is this?" Steve Rifkin. Swift was like, "You need to go down there before they leave and sign them right now." That's how it happened, straight up. And I know they're not going to show it like that, but that's okay. But so this happened.
And what happened? Did he get up out of his chair?
That's what he did.
He got out of his chair.
Now the legend is here, right? So I don't give him soul credit, whatever. Everybody played a part in it, but after this goes on, we were going on a tour, and he asked us, could Wu-Tang open up for us on our tour? So we're like, hell yeah, those dudes are dope. And they opened up for us, man. We were out on tour like brothers, man. We have stories I won't even tell here. Like, to this day is just like, we knew, because first they were opening up for us. We're doing shows down south. It's 9 guys on stage. Everyone's looking like, who the hell is this? And we get back to New York, and like I said, they had a tape out already. Place was packed, and the whole crowd started going, so. I'll never forget that. When they came out, it was just pandemonium, and I knew that's what we was like. They about to blow up, bro. Like, it's over.
So explain that. So how many songs did they put together when they toured?
I don't know. I think they pretty much had most of their first album done already.
Okay, so when they came to Loud,
performing, they had Method Man song, and
now when they came to Loud went and
Protect Your Neck was out.
So they put them into the studio. Is that what happened? They signed them, put them in the studio, and then put them on tour. So that's essentially what happened, right?
Yep.
And what was their first album?
36 Chambers. Protect Your Neck was the single. Method Man was a single, and they just took off from there, man.
Really?
Yeah.
And they went, and the first time they played in New York was where? Do you remember what that was, or what?
I don't remember. Is it a place called the Armory or something?
Or whatever. Okay, and was it a small place?
It was not small. It was like a Mad Max party.
Explain it. Like, how many people were there?
Had to be about 2,000-3,000 people.
2,000-3,000 people.
2,000-3,000
in the city of New York, in the Bronx.
Yeah,
like
it was
where?
in Manhattan.
Manhattan.
And it seemed like everybody in there was a Wu-Tang fan already. They were on stage with swords.
They were on stage with swords,
face covered, they had more than 9 people on stage. Put it that way.
That night.
Yeah.
And people were going out of control.
Out of control, man. Everybody was in the house that night. Biggie, Yo-Yo. It was a big thing we ended our tour with. It was like, and when we ended the tour, we ended it at that
Biggie
show.
Biggie Smalls, you mean? Or?
Yeah, Biggie was there, man.
Really?
He did a whole performance with his eyes covered. He had his hat pulled over his eyes. He didn't even look at the crowd.
Really?
He didn't have his album out yet. It was just like partying bullshit.
So he would just went up to fucking do his thing.
Yeah. Killed it, man. So that was a night of history, right? We killed it too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
We sprayed beer on all the New Yorkers out there.
That's great. That's fucking great.
They knew we was in the house. For sure.
And you guys did how many? Like, how long of a tour was it with Wu-Tang?
Man, it was about 25, 26 dates, if I can remember.
And then they went on their own then, and then they were had their front and someone opening for them, or no?
I'm telling you, it happened super fast.
It happened super fast.
They was out. They was out of there after that.
Out of Loud.
I mean, they were just gone to the moon.
Gone.
Yeah, it was happy. Just like us, Loud was really on fire at that time.
Nice. Who else was there?
They came out with us. We came next. Mobb Deep, Exhibit.
Oh, sure.
It was just. It was a lot of heat coming out of there. So we stayed on the road.
That's great.
Come back, record an album, stay on the road like rock bands.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Lived in a tour bus, airplanes, the whole thing, all through the 90s.
What a wild experience, right?
Yeah.
Who
knew?
I knew it would be that crazy, right?
Yeah.
And now all these years, you guys still rolling on tour and doing all that stuff. Who was the most fun you ever had rolling around with band wise?
Oh, wow. Rolling, it's been some crazy ones.
On a tour, but like just one.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop was like a favorite for sure.
Yeah, you can't really top that,
More of
unless
that
Willie
was
Nelson is on the tour also.
I'm saying it's not much as that you looked up to, but like was the coolest to just chill and hang out and just in general be around with, was still Snoop.
Yeah, I just gotta say this because this is my dude, man. He got all the bases covered. You know, he's cool to hang out with. He's a superstar. Smokes the best weed. You know, people around him, you know, are professionals. So it's like there's a little Hollywood involved there, but there's still that, you know, homie vibe. You know, we've been around the world together, so it's just that's the most comfortable, coolest tour to be on because that's like our people. You know, that's our homies. Sure. It's like being out with all our homies, you know, on a basketball team or something. But a lot of people, man, like Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul.
Oh yeah, those
took us
guys
out on our
first
real tour.
God.
Like they brought us, you know. So
and those guys were slamming back then.
Yeah,
they
you can't beat that, man.
Tribe in New York.
It was
like crazy.
It's when De La had went on the world tour, man.
Man. That was
and we were on the tour.
That was
every night. Every night, man.
They were rocking.
So
in the
they were
category
good
before any. They just went into that. They had that mode.
Right.
That commercial. I mean, that video back in the day was the fucking shit too. You know?
So they were dope. One group, Primus, man. Was dope,
Primus
man.
is great.
We went on tour with them and the Aquabats. It was just us three.
That's great.
And that was an interesting tour.
Naughty was wild back then too.
Yeah. We never toured with them. We did shows with them.
Sure.
We were on the Warped Tour 2 years in a row.
Oh, that's a crazy one.
First rap group ever on the Warped Tour, 96.
And they have a lot of metal and rock and all kinds of shit, right?
So the first show we performed on the second stage, like early in the day. They wanted to see what was up. The next show, this is like 40 dates. We were performing right before the headliner every night for the rest of the tour.
Oh wow!
Big up to the Vans Warped Tour, man.
Yeah, hell sure. Yeah. And what tour had the best, like, you know, before you go on stage, you usually rent the cool RVs or this or whatever it is you get to hang out in and shit. What tour like stood out by far as being like the most plushy?
Oh, the most plushy. That definitely wasn't. We were just like, are we showering today? Because all the shows were like way out in some out areas. Let me see. Plushy.
It doesn't even have to
Once
be US.
again, we got to go back to Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because that's like nice hotels. Everything is plush. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You see a bunch of gangsters in nice hotels.
That's funny.
Coming down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, as far as plush, like groups that we've toured with. Because we go, I mean, we've stayed in hostels. We've stayed in 5-star hotels, you know.
Sure.
Europe is, if you go on tour in Europe, it's never plush. You know, tell people all the time, the difference between Europe and the U.S. is convenience. And there's not much convenience out there. It's all practicality, you know. They're like, walk over there.
Wow.
You know, or climb those stairs.
Way different.
Sit next to these people you don't even know. Yeah. So,
wow, that's some funny shit.
Yeah, we like our space out here.
And what's been going on lately?
Lately, a lot, man. With me, it's just too much. I need a twin. My mom should have had a twin because she didn't never tell me it would be this much work. But yeah, a lot going on, you know, personally, musically, business-wise. We've been working on some new music, but mostly for licensing, TV shows, movies.
Oh, that's cool.
Getting more into that. You know, we live the artist life, you know, so still doing that. We just performed at How the West Was Won with Snoop and the Game, and we came out with Exhibit. Did a whole family reunion.
That's probably cool and
super cool, man.
That was one show, or was it a couple?
That was one show. How the West was one.
And was it in Long Beach? Oh yeah, Irvine.
Yeah. And so now,
and how many people showed up to that? That's an outdoor place, isn't it?
Yeah, it holds 7,000, I think.
Yeah, 7,000 people.
Sold out.
Oh my God, nice weather too, right?
Nice weather. It was beautiful. Everybody came out. It was dope.
They're a little bit more stringent on the puffing at Irvine, just because it's a nicer area, I think. But
not at this place.
No. Where you were? Where was it at?
It was 5 Points. It's called. They just
I see.
built it.
I got you.
And it's a cool venue. They're not finished with it yet. It kind of looks not unfinished, but
sure,
it's a really cool venue.
Outdoor.
The sounds. It's
like
outdoor.
Outdoor.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
They got a nice area. They have food trucks out there. They have a whole area in the front that's like AstroTurf with these picnic tables and stuff. People are just out there blazing like crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we're in Cali, man. Things are changing.
I'm a fan of.
We're on the upside of things now, man.
Hell yeah.
So that's just how I feel. Like, I'm always respectful about smoking where I'm smoking at.
Sure.
I'll ask first, or
sure.
If I'm outside, if a kid is walking by or whatever, But we're on the upside of it now. We're not the bad people anymore. I don't care if you smell my weed now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna feel like, oh snap, like okay, if you don't like it, my bad, but
sure.
I'll move over here.
Absolutely.
I don't have that same attitude anymore. Like,
nah, I got you.
Yeah, it's like
absolutely.
But they should be smoking or something.
That's funny.
Speaking of smoking,
always gotta.
But yeah, the licensing, we're doing a tour with Exhibit. We all coming together. It's us, Exhibit, King T. We bringing the whole crew, man.
So when the West was tour, it was a lot of fun, and it kind of led up to everybody being like, "Oh, this is all cool. Let's all like fucking maybe do some shit together." Yeah,
man. Definitely.
And then it leads into that, and it's been.
It felt good. It felt so good. We had rehearsals the whole week before, so.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Where, in Vegas or?
Here in L.A., North Hollywood.
Oh, so the guys came out, and then did you go to Exhibit's place? Is that what it was, or no?
No, at a rehearsal studio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And what is a rehearsal studio? What does that mean, essentially?
It's like a music studio, but just rooms that are set up for gear. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you just rehearsed and jammed and shit, and everybody kind of just like heard everybody going.
3 hours a day. Running through it,
running through the new songs, or just
just running through the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, running through the show, practicing it, ran through it, put it together a little, and we have video that went with it also. So, working all that out, and then like the last day, we had a real straight, 3 real run-throughs. It was a 45-minute show, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we ran through it 3 straight times. No mistakes.
Nice.
Yep, giving away all the secrets. That's how y'all got to do it, man.
But that's how you got to do it for sure, right?
That's why it looks easy when we're up there.
Sure.
Because we're just at that point having fun now.
Yeah, of course.
We're not trying to remember our lines or where I'm gonna be at.
No, yeah.
Just having fun. Yep.
So you mimic when you do it the 3 times.
Yeah.
So then it's just easy. And then once you do that, you're good.
Good. Well, it's good already, but you want to make sure.
Yeah, you always want to fine tune it up and just kind of like practice it out. Makes it like be less nervous, right? When you go on there and do shit.
Especially when you're performing in front of that many people and they have a clock on the stage counting your time down. You gotta be on point.
Really?
It's a smaller, intimate thing. It's no
is all places like that? Where is most places when you perform, there's actually a time clock showing you how much time you have left, or that's unusual?
Some kind of this is a radio show. There's a lot of artists. You know, so it's shows like that, like a summer jam
the one
type
was
of
the
situation.
West was one was a radio show too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And they played it through iHeart or something? Or
no,
whatever?
It was K-Day.
Oh, so the actual local radio station
sponsored
had
there was
their own big
commercials.
fucking event. Blah blah blah. That's
How the West
tight.
was won. Yeah.
Oh, that's tight. That's tight.
Yeah,
And you
so
said
they got
there was
everybody out.
And you said there's like 5 different groups. Or
Yes, it was Snoop. He performed the whole Doggy Style album. The Game performed the documentary.
That had to been old school crazy. People must have been screaming that shit out. Like it must have been nuts.
Gone before that, and I'll let you know why.
Sure.
But Warren G came out, and he brought all the people he work with, the twins and everyone. Then DJ Quick came out, and he brought out people he works with, AMG, and and Exhibit come out. He brought out the people he works out with.
Okay.
With us and King T.
Sure.
So it was like really cool, cool show. And so we came on after DJ Quick, and The Game and Snoop was after us, but I had to leave because we had a after party
that's
in
cool.
another place that we were doing, and we were releasing 2 shorts. Then he came and performed.
Oh, that's cool.
Him and Loomis came and performed, and it was packed at the after party too. So it was a good
And where
day.
was the after party at?
Club Blush in Anaheim.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many people showed up at that thing?
It was overpacked, so I think probably about 350 or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun event.
It was, man. It was totally weed friendly. People was partying. There was 2 stages, outdoor area.
Oh, that's
really
cool.
Nice spot.
Yeah, that's fun when there's an outdoor area because then people could really puff and kick it up there and stuff,
Yeah, so everybody was in the house, Freddie Sage, the Pop Brothers, and we, like I said, we released his Short Sticks.
That's great. And you performed with him a bunch of times back in the day, or no?
Yeah, we performed with Too Short.
He's definitely someone that has to be. Digital Underground, you guys played with them for a few times.
We toured with Digital Underground. Wow, that was an amazing tour.
That had to have been fun, huh?
Yeah, crazy. The Alkaholiks and Digital Underground on tour.
Oh my God, that had to have been nuts. Was Humpty wild back in the day?
Yeah, this was in the early 2000s.
Okay, so it's later.
Yeah, but
Later than
Humpty was still wild.
He was still wild.
He was still wild.
That's fucking great. You know who I think is like really cool motherfucker, like definitely is amazing at I'm not gonna say like speaking, but just talking about life. KRS-One.
Oh man, he's the teacher.
He's unbelievable,
Yeah.
right? Almost like very prophet-like it almost seems when he talks, right?
It's KRS-One, the teacher, and I always tell people there's like different sides or genres of hip hop, and I grew up listening to certain hip hop like KRS-One, Public Enemy, Rakim, hip hop like this, and it gave me my education very early. And a lot of people are just now awakening to a lot of things like, a lot of spirituality is going on, and people are learning a lot of things that we were already learning in the 80s, so
sure,
it's wonderful.
Why, you think a lot of this stuff got kind of dampered or something or whatever?
Hell yeah.
Oh, really? Why?
Because they don't want that information out.
And how do you think they were able to quell it? Because we were just not in the technology age or something like that, and you think when technology got better, couldn't hide it? Or what do you think?
Well,
it wasn't like they had Google in the 80s.
If you go back to around 2000, 2001, you can see there was a change around then. What the radio started presenting. Okay, so just think about this. In the 90s, you had all of these groups that were being played on the radio. Even, Gangstar, KRS-One, Public Enemy.
Absolutely.
Around 2001, they stopped playing all of this type of music, and these artists were still making music, right?
Sure.
So how come their new single wasn't being played on the radio? And now I'm just hearing Shake It Like Salt Shaker and, Little John.
Sure.
And no disrespect to them, because they're just a continuation of Luke Skywalker to me,
Sure.
I love it. But they stopped all of the information rap.
Oh, I see. It became more about just the basic lyric
Just
than anything
go.
that truly went into the deepness of the deep.
Let's forget about all that. Like, don't get so heavy on me, man.
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing, right?
Yeah. Dumb it down.
Dumb it down. And, if you ask me, it was all the way across the board. Movies, TV shows, all genres of music, not just hip hop. So, that just leads me to believe it was just a conscious decision to make that happen, to stop that kind of information going over the airwaves freely.
Sure.
You can go on YouTube and find a KRS-One lecture now, all you want.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not playing that on a date on primetime television or nothing like that.
He would have a great podcast.
Because
Imagine him.
This country will probably collapse.
I know.
Everybody will wake up smart the next day and be like, yo, I don't need none of this stuff.
Yeah, he says.
And we would just be out of here like, what happened to the economy? Oh, nobody's buying cheeseburgers anymore.
Crazy.
So, but it's not for everybody. But that's the hip hop I grew up on. So we've been enlightened, as you can say, for many years, still learning. He's still saying stuff that I'm like amazed at.
Oh yeah.
So.
And he still tours and goes around and fucking rolls around.
Yeah, man, for sure.
A lot of venues too.
For sure, man. So, yeah, it's all about connectivity, man. We're all connected. Let's just do our thing and have a good time, man. That's the best message that I like. That's why I can go live in another country and just keep moving, deal with a lot of different people, because I understand that we're all connected. You can divide up the number one all you want, but one love.
Did you get to check out The Grass is Greener on Netflix with a Fab Freddy?
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that though.
Yeah, man, it's good.
I brought him up in this conversation we're having the other day. Like, what happened? Like, Fab Five Freddy was the man. Like, he was the gatekeeper of hip hop. Where did he go? Like, suddenly he's not a part of hip hop anymore. So I love the fact that he did that.
Yeah.
And whoever made him a part of it or whatever, man, that's dope, because
hell yeah.
We can't cut him off. Like, come on.
Nah.
He's there from the beginning since Blondie.
I think, yeah, and he was like a street dude, right, or something.
Yeah, man.
Getting rid of the pounds too and stuff. Yeah,
hey, man, he'll tell you.
Yeah,
we'll get him up here, man. He's a really cool dude, man.
He lives in New York though, right?
Yeah, but he travels, So
that'd be fun to put him on. That'd be great. See what he has to say for sure.
Yeah, I love these historians, man. Like Harry Allen, man. Like, I think he should have a TV show on television.
And who's Harry Allen?
Harry Allen was the information minister for Public Enemy all those years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was their publicist.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But he's written a book. He does lectures at colleges.
That's cool.
All that. So
hell yeah.
He's a historian. He has videos and photos of a lot of things. He was there at the beginning of Def Jam and that whole
whole
thing. Yeah. So he was very he documented everything. So.
And then, so the tour is going to start next year?
January, end of January.
Nice. It'll go for a few months?
Yeah, man.
So that's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of stuff, cool stuff to check out. Any shout outs to friends, families out there?
Yeah, I want to shout out to the whole Liquid crew, the whole Antics crew, you know, the La Liga crew. Starting a lot of crews, man. The next one. Shout out to the next crew I'm going to start.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Haze Radio, man.
Yeah, man. Any social media you want people to know, they want to catch up with you?
Yeah, I'm original JRO. Original JRO. No spaces. That's original JRO.
And that's how they get you on the Grammy?
Get me on the gram right there, and then you'll go through the other rabbit holes from there.
Facebook, anything like that, right? Isn't there an Alkaholiks Facebook?
Yeah, the Alkaholiks Facebook. Yep.
Is there a website for the Alkaholiks or no?
No website.
Just more social media based.
Our Facebook
Instagram
is the main one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facebook, the Alkaholiks.
Hell yeah.
With a THA.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely check it all out. Check out all the stuff that they got going on. You can toss them on Google, check them on YouTube. Been around for a long time doing the thing, going on tour with Exhibit and everybody else. That's going to be a lot of fun. Catch it if it's coming your way. Don't forget to check out Haze Radio at hazeradionetwork.com, where you can get all the talk shows, information, live concerts, all the different stuff that we're doing. And you could join our newsletter and subscribe and check out all the different stuff we got playing each week. And you could also check out our archive shows on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, all kinds of platforms. Check that shit out, and then check us out when we'll be with more shows for you on the Haze Radio Spotlight. My name is Andrew Pizzicalis. Thank you so much for checking out the show. Thank you, JRO, for rolling on.
Thanks for having me
catching
up once
up
again. Let's do this more often.
And we'll try to get the WLIX show back and rolling, right?
Indeed, man. I think we're gonna we could do coffee and spliffs now.
Coffee and spliffs with JRO. So look forward to that.
We do that live. I'll do it live on Instagram, but we need to get it to more people.
Yeah, for sure. We could do it on the radio and do a little call in, get all that stuff going for sure, and get all the social media going. Absolutely everything we need to get you guys to check out all the cool shit we got going on in Haze Radio. So I think it's about the time to go roll up some more, spliff it out, and go grab a little snacky. You guys have a great day, and just remember, whatever you got going on out there, no matter how rough it is, eventually you get to take a break and smoke a little weed. See ya.
Peace.
And the city comes to life.
You're listening to Haze Radio Network, Cannabis Lifestyle Radio.